right, hello Nigeria. It's time to wake up to another beautiful morning.
I like it when we wake up in the kitchen.
Yeah,
like this.
It means we're gonna eat. So.
Yeah, and weekend has come early. We're excited that the weekend has come early, and we are loving it. Lots of people are home today.
Yeah,
of course, but some people are still going to work, and the banks are open.
Be careful with that traffic, okay?
Yeah.
It's a good time to let your hair down and allow us give you another jolly ride this morning. And well, before we start talking, I'm thinking we should, you know.
Oh yeah.
Get some
I
breakfast.
mean, this is the reason why we're in the kitchen, right?
Of course, we cannot but have our breakfast.
Yep.
And of course, when you think breakfast,
you think Kellogg's, baby. That's right. That's right.
So, of course, as always, we have a really fun, packed show for you.
Yes, we do.
And, well,
where's
hey,
the milk?
It's back there.
Oh,
back
right.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, do some work. And just in case you didn't know, my name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And the guy pouring the milk is Yomi Ope. That's right.
Oh, dear me.
I am Mike Messi Kellogg.
And,
Bashwa Alimi.
okay,
Good
so
morning,
because
guys.
we like you guys, there's a bowl waiting for you back there if you want some breakfast.
So do you like me?
Oh, dear me.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so while they're getting theirs,
So it's going to be a fun show today.
of course,
It's Thursday.
and there's an Easter challenge with Kellogg's this Easter. And it's all about giving our lovely viewers 10 boxes of Kellogg's cornflakes and Cocoa Pops.
Did you say 10 boxes?
10.
So the whole box?
20 actually.
20
So,
boxes?
Yeah, 20 Kellogg's cornflakes and 20 Kellogg's Cocoa Pops.
Amazing.
So-
So the whole box is going to be yours.
Yeah, everything. Wow.
Once you're able to hook up that
So
challenge. and
20
right answers.
families this Easter season will be getting gift boxes of Kellogg's cornflakes and Cocoa Pops.
All right. So to win is very easy. Record a video of you and your family singing the Kellogg's song.
Yeah.
That's one. Then two, upload the video on Instagram using the hashtag Kellogg's Easter Challenge.
Yeah.
And then hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. And of course,
CCTVC Connect.
CCTVC Connect.
So you need to get your friends and family to like the video. And of course, the 20 videos with the highest likes and views will be selected to have breakfast with Kellogg's on Friday, 6th of April. So
That's next
yeah,
week Friday, right?
that's going to be
Yeah.
fun. I love it when everybody comes together.
I'm already rehearsing in my
Okay,
head.
so submission of entries will close on Wednesday, April 4th.
Yeah.
That's next week, Wednesday.
So there's
at
still a lot
2
of time.
p.m.
There's
All
still
right.
time, yeah.
Oh, there's still a bit of time.
Yeah.
So you, get your families together.
Multiple entries.
And
So
the
we
video.
can stick together all the way, no matter where you need to be. We are, of course, streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. Look us up at TVC Connect for comments. Make sure you use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
And the holidays are always a good time for good food. Chef Tina Akpan has us covered this morning. Chef Tina, good morning.
Chef Tina.
Oh my God,
Chef
it's in all
Tina.
shades of hot.
Yeah.
So Chef Tina, you know the song now.
Kellogg's time is very first time. Yeah.
All right. That's
Singing
very
has started already.
So let's go straight to this morning's highlights. All the stuff that we have for you on the show today. We'll be bringing you a DIY today on the art of candle making. And we have the CEO of Owambe Candle, Hajara Piton, who's going to be joining us on the show to talk about how we can make our own candles in the comfort of our homes.
And of course, we'll be having a book chat. It's Thursday. We have Eki Nwokoro and her newly launched book and its impact on the society.
Mike will be bringing you the scoop from the glitzy world of our entertainers later on the show. I believe Honeypot is going to be joining us
Of course.
for that.
Can't wait. And finally, on the show, we'll be having Idol. Ideal is going to be, he's going to be giving us a performance. And of course, we can't wait to have a chat with him later on. All right. So there was quite a lot of chewing in the kitchen this morning.
Yeah.
And of course, when it comes to breakfast, hey.
Everyone is busy eating right now.
I'm,
So
I'm excited about the Kellogg's Easter Challenge.
Yeah.
And of course, it's pretty easy to enter that video of you and your family doing
Singing
the
the song.
Sing the song, the Kellogg song.
I'm single.
20 seconds, 30 seconds.
We are already
sing,
a
are we?
family now, so let's start.
No, we'll do our own. You know what happens? We're going to do our own. Maybe
Yeah,
probably, yeah, we'll do it. We'll have to.
Put it on Instagram.
We have
yeah?
to.
Yeah, we should. But the thing is, we won't be able to win now because terms and
No, but
conditions apply.
more or less like to give like a guide of what it should look like.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. We're not saying we want to win, but more what it should look like. So we'll do our own.
So hashtag Kellogg's Easter Challenge and hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how to make candles, though, because I've been seeing it as a craft all over the world. I didn't even know Nigerians were taking it that seriously, and it can be done here in Nigeria like that. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
You know something interesting? Candles used to be made by families.
Yeah,
Like, as a girl, you were trained to make candles yourself for your family. But over the years, that trend just kind of like, you know,
died out
like many trends. So now it's a great thing if you can make it for your family because candles are so expensive. So you save a lot of money.
Huh?
And
Anyway,
of course,
so
candles are expensive.
Which candles are expensive?
We're going to be...
Where do you buy
Candles are
yours?
costly.
We used to buy a packet for 50. Now it's almost 200 naira.
Candle.
Yes.
Candle, Dad.
I haven't used candles.
If
Yeah,
you have,
brother,
if you have
yeah,
any
brother.
issue, it's just some
Probably.
people they just one candle for one issue.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's the headlines in the papers coming right up next.
All right. Thanks so much, Mike. We're starting with the Punch this morning and the headline, Buhari's rejection of tenure elongation. Oyegun calls off scheduled meeting with APC reps. A shouting match at APC NEC meeting. Melaye, IG removes Kogi CP over suspect's escape from custody. And then Senate passes harmonized PIGB, seeks Buhari's consent. Crash. Court orders Associated Airline to pay Falai's family 246 million naira. Lagos admitted into Odua Investment Company. Court orders Abaribe, 2 other sureties to produce Kanu by June 26. Lagos land charge. Police storm NBA office over planned protest. All on the cover of The Punch this morning.
On the cover of The Nation, a very heavy edition today. I have
Heavy
to
with
say,
ads.
adverts and birthday messages.
Birthday messages to Ashiwaju
Yes,
Bola
indeed.
Tinubu, yeah.
It says here, RMAFC, that's the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, disowns 13.5 million naira running cost for senators. Only National Assembly can explain spending details. There's some details about the approved pay also on the cover. It also says here, take Buhari's advice on tenure. And I guess there's more information about that in the paper. IPOB, produce Nnamdi Kanu or go to jail, court tells Abaribe others. Also, it says lawmakers pass PIGB with 5% fuel levy. Wike gets AIPS Africa Power of Sports Award. And also, Melaye's accusers escape from custody on page 5. Then finally, no truth in bribery allegation in maritime contract, says Nimasa. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
Up next is The Guardian and the headline, Senators 13.5 million naira running cost illegal, says the RMAFC. And lawmakers disagree, defend allowance, seek restoration of Eastern Rail Services. Buhari visits Lagos, kicks off $1.5 billion deep seaport today. Lawyers plan protest against land use charge. Don't try it, we'll arrest you, police warn. And Ebony Life Sony Pictures TV announced development deal. IGP orders sack of Kogi Police Commissioner over suspects escape from custody. And finally, National Assembly passes harmonized PIG bill, imposes 5% fuel levy. All on the cover of The Guardian.
The Nigerian Tribune says, escape of suspect linked to Melaye. IG removes Kogi Commissioner of Police, SARS boss, others. Police declare Melaye suspects wanted, place them on Interpol watch list. Melaye gives police 48 hours to produce escapee suspects. CAN declares Good Friday as National Day for prayers for Leah Sharibu, who's the last of the girls that was taken. We're praying for her too. Southwest governors to embark on accelerated rice program, signify interest in Murtala Mohammed Airport concession, formally admit Lagos into Odua Investment Group. Senators' total earning is 1.6 million monthly, says RMAFC. Only NASS Service Commission can explain the 13.5 million naira running cost for senators, it says. Then finally, on land use charge, police issue warning as NBA insists on protests to welcome Buhari. That's what we have on the cover of the Tribune.
Yeah. Do you feel like you need a running cost as well, monthly?
Yeah, some
pay to your account.
extra allowances.
Running cost. Now, the cover of the Vanguard, we have the headline, "No idea how senators' pay jumped to 13.5 million naira," says the Revenue Mobilization Committee. And then says only National Assembly can explain. Insists a senator's total monthly entitlement stands at 1 million naira. Melai Arms saga. Suspects escape from custody. Why Buhari must see Oshodi Apapa Expressway. That's a feature there. And IPOB, court moves to jail Nnamdi Kanu's sureties. And National Assembly passes new PIG bill stipulating 5% levy on petrol. And finally, land use charge. Police lay siege to NBA office in Lagos. All on the cover of the Vanguard.
All right. Okay, so that's all we have time for on the headlines for now.
All right. Of course, the newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
So Mike is ready with Benfit for Fitness this morning.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Titi, why is smiling that way? All right, good morning. I've got Benfit in the house. How you doing, Benfit?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, so what do you have for us this morning? I see mats around there.
Yes, we're working on the abs this morning, focusing on our abdominal muscles.
Okay. All right, guys, are you ready for this? Yeah. All right, take it away.
Okay, you know how we do it? We warm up before any exercise, which is very, very important. Let's take it, guys. March it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it up. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Breathe in and out. Awesome. Good job. Repeat. In and out. Lock your fingers, guys, and drop it forward. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Squat it a little bit because we're working on the abs. Put your hands on your lower back and try to look up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, quick one. We don't have much time, so move to this side of the mat and try to look up, chest out. That's it. That's 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good one. You're back on the mat. We're going to crunch 4 on this side, then we plank with it. Are you ready, guys?
Yeah, we're
5, 6, 7. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, plank exercise. 8 seconds. Good job. Squeeze your glutes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Repeat. Let's go. That's good. Ready? Go. Up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switch. Go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Face your mat and plank. That's good. You all need to know this. When you're plank, your core is involved and your abs muscles are actually very, very involved. So it's always important. Squeeze your glutes anytime you're planking. You can see what Shade is doing here as well. She skews those glutes. So it's very, very important. Anytime you're working out or you're doing abdominal exercise, skews your glutes and let it work for your abs. Okay, hop, guys. All right, to the next one. Okay, the next one we're going to do, we're going to bridge now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, squeeze it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Drop it down. Good job. Repeat and suspend. Go. Bridge. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's good. Switch. Let's go. Bridge. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's good. One more rep. Let's go. Bridge. Up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go. The other side. Go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, good job. Relax it. 4 seconds rest. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going Russian twist now. You ready? Okay, good. Suspend. Are you ready? For those that can't do the advance, you know what the basics is. Your legs on the mat and you switch. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see what Seun is doing here? He could be able to suspend and manage the lower back. His chesting out to actually work on the abs, which is very important. And the same thing here Moyo is doing, and we have Noah here too is doing the same thing. Likewise Shade. So all these things are very important. Anytime you are doing them, keep going guys. In 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. All right, the last program we're going to do working on the abs is going to be reverse crunch. Are you ready? Okay, let's reverse. 5, 6, 7, let's go. Up and down. Up and down. This particular exercise actually works your lower abdomen. That's your lower tummy. For those that call it tummy, it works your lower abdomen. And likewise here too, you can see he could able to raise his butt up while doing it. So it helps him crunch more. So keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just one more. Okay, relax it. Now, what we're doing now, we reverse, you suspend and open your legs. Ready? 5, 6, 7, let's go. Reverse, suspend, open, close, reverse, suspend, open, and close. Go. Reverse, suspend, open, close. Reverse, suspend, open, close. Go. Reverse.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. Now, like we said, this is for your core. While the guys are still working out, let's head over to the kitchen, of course. Mary's on standby with Chef Tina. What do you guys have for us in the kitchen this morning? Benfit, let's go. Open, close, let's go.
Reverse, suspend, open.
Welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Chef Tina is back with us to do what she knows how to do best.
Good morning.
Cooking is a therapy, and she never disappoints. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so what are we making today?
Well, making ewa going.
Ewa going.
Yeah. Ewa going. Goes with, yes, we do. Okay. And you can actually use bread with it. You can use gari with it.
Wow.
You know, a lot of people like this ewa going of a thing. How to go about it is what I really want
challenge.
To, you know.
When you said ewa going, I just thought of Frijon as well. Tomorrow being Good Friday. Perhaps one of these days you'll make it for us.
No wahala.
So what are we making use of?
Okay, we're using our honey beans.
Okay. Ewa oloyin.
Yeah, oloyin.
Okay.
Then we have our pepper. This is actually the pepper I blended up to getting this.
You know we see this in the markets a lot. So when you blend this, you get this.
I got this, yes.
Great.
Then I'm using my onions.
Okay.
I have shrimps.
Okay.
You know, you can use cow skin. You can actually use this stockfish, the smoked one.
Okay.
You know, you can just
anything
you want to put inside it. I have my palm oil already on the gas. Then the next thing that ought to go in there it's
the onions.
Yeah.
Okay. So we also have salt and seasoning cubes, and of course the main ingredient, beans.
Yeah. You know, you just allow your onions, you know, to fry.
Nice. Okay, take a look at your screen now. Ewa going with plantain. We call it dodo. You have the ingredients right there, so you can quickly scribble it down. It's so easy to make, few things to make use of, and you get maximum results. Just check your screen now for the ingredients. So we wait for the onions to fry.
Before onions get set,
yeah,
there are procedures where your beans really ought to get to. Okay. This is how it should be cooked. Very soft.
Very
soft.
Okay.
And the next thing you do, you know how ewa going is always mashed.
Yeah.
So by the time you're done making it up to this level, very soft, you just take your spoon, you know, you just mash it.
Oh, it's easy with the spoon because
it's easy with
soft
the spoon.
enough.
Yeah, it's soft enough.
You know, sometimes we use the stick.
The stick, no, you just use, once it's well cooked, if it's very soft, it will be very easy. You can see the way it's going already.
Yeah, I see
you know,
that.
very easy. You just keep mashing it until you get the desired smoothness you want.
You know, I was frightened when you first poured in the palm oil. I was just thinking to myself, fire alarm.
No. You know, once you get used to something, you're not going to be scared.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the onions fry for how long?
Let's say for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It depends on how your heat is.
Okay.
You know, when you're using this heat, it comes gradually.
Okay.
And your heat at home, maybe for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
You know, it's...
So
it's
after
ready.
the onions, what goes in next?
My pepper.
The pepper goes in next.
Yes.
We're using all of this for it.
Yes, I'm using all of
Isn't
this.
it too much pepper?
Not really.
It's
But
not.
what you're going to do with your pepper actually is you're going to add little water.
You're going to have a little water in it?
Yes,
Okay.
you add little water to
Okay.
your pepper. Let me just...
Make use of
Yeah,
a
let me
little
make use
water.
of little.
So what does the water do? It diffuses?
Yes.
Oh.
So you
Reduces
won't
the
you won't just pour it dry like that.
Or else it will be really crazy.
Yeah, you won't pour
Okay,
it dry.
so let's put a bit of it in water.
Yes.
Let me just grab a spoon while you keep stirring that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Then
That's why I'm the sous chef. I'm also learning.
Yeah. What you
Okay.
just do next is your seasoning cube in it. Tina chef.
Is this enough?
Yes. Just add little more.
Okay.
Yeah.
To make a thick paste?
Yes.
Okay.
So
There you go.
okay.
This is how you're going to pour in the pepper.
Yes.
Wow. Some of us just pour the pepper inside.
No. You know, for it to get properly cooked, yes. You know, with water in it, you know, it would actually get cooked.
You know, the sauce is usually very thick. That's the ewagoyin
Yes.
sauce. So there's this assumption that you pour the pepper in, that's what makes it thick. So you have to add water.
You just add little water,
water.
and you just good to go. I always like using my seasoning cube shortly after I put my onion
Okay.
in it.
Okay.
I can actually put little salt.
And yes, Chef Tina, who never breaks down this, the seasoning
Just-
cube.
You know, just little
I'm
of
still
it.
astonished by that, but of course, we learn. I tried it during the week and it worked, and I was like, so why
Why
have I
do-
been stressing myself all the while?
You know?
You just have this mentality that it's going to stick in one place if you do that.
No, no,
But
no.
of course, if the meal is almost cooked, you have to still sprinkle it.
And you know, when you cook, there's no how you just leave your pot like that. You actually stir it. And at the close of the day, you know, it will dissolve. It will definitely dissolve. I like this ewa going thin, you know, the way the aroma of the onions coming out. You know, you allow your onions to fry and fry it very, very dry.
So
you can,
when do you know the onions is ready? Is there a particular feel it must have?
as we're doing it now, I believe you're perceiving that
Yeah.
going stuff. So for people that are not good at it, you just have that.
Until you
Aroma.
get that
Yes,
aroma.
yes.
So it's the onions that actually gives it that aroma?
Yes.
Wow. I had no idea before now. Absolutely none.
So I'm going to add my pepper now.
Okay. And then we keep stirring. The pepper goes in for how long?
For like 10 minutes,
10 minutes.
20 minutes. Depends on
The heat.
the heat, yeah.
Okay. All right, then. We're going to use those 10 minutes, 20 minutes to keep cooking. In the meantime, however, let's go on a commercial break. We'll be back with a DIY with the CEO of Owambe Candles. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Right, welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. In the studio with us, we have Hajara Kwiton. She is from Owambe Candles. She's joining us to show us how to make candles in whatever shape, size we want in the comfort of our homes. So welcome.
Thank you.
I would love for you to show us, first of all, what we have on the table.
Okay.
Let's start with this.
Okay, so this is melted wax.
Okay.
The safest way to melt wax is in a pot of
Yeah.
water.
Okay.
You don't put the wax directly either on the stove or on the cooker.
Okay.
It's in a pot of water. So these are the wax pieces.
Okay. Do you buy this in the market like this?
Yes. No, you usually buy it in a stack, but then you can break it up at home.
All right.
As well. So have somebody do that for you.
What's this?
These are perfumes because the candles are scented.
Okay.
This is a lovely coffee
Oh
scent.
my goodness. I didn't see that coming. Okay.
And then
Coffee.
that's also another scent. This is called Omalicha. It's made of mangoes, pineapples, and ginger.
Okay.
So this is a mixture that we've made ourselves.
And what's this?
Coloring, that's how we achieve the lovely red color in the candle.
Okay.
So we pre-made these little bits so that I can use it to show you. So put that
Okay.
in the glass TIT.
All right, thank you.
Fantastic.
So this is a mixture of the white wax and the coloring.
And the coloring and the scent.
And the scent.
Yes, so that's how
Okay.
you achieve a scented candle. If it's unscented, no scent in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can see some other things here. What are these?
Oh, this is the wick. The wick is the backbone of your candle.
Okay.
If you have all other ingredients, great, and you don't have the wick, then you're going to have a bad candle. That's a wooden wick over there. No, this one.
Oh, okay. So there are wooden wicks.
Yes.
There are, is this
Cotton
thread?
wicks.
Cotton wicks.
Yes,
Okay.
wooden wicks are nice because they crackle when they burn. So it's like you're by a fireplace, so you're reading or, you know, very nice and romantic.
I'm thinking we should get to the making of the candle as quickly as possible.
So we've melted the wax in water and...
so you're pouring it on top of this?
Yes,
Or where?
so we're going to achieve an effect like that one. So
in front?
Yes, so two colors.
All right.
A red and maybe a lighter red.
All right.
Let's pour it in there.
The big one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then you want to look at the measurement.
On the side?
Yes, on the side.
Okay. What are we looking for?
So here we have about 200
ml.
And so we want to do, because we want this to smell really nice, we want to do 10% of that as the scent. So we're going to use the Omalicha scent.
At 20 ml?
Yes, at 20 ml.
Okay. So 200 ml of wax to 20 ml of scent.
What you actually are meant to, to make candles, you can do anything from 3 to 10%.
Okay.
I like to do 10% because, you know.
All right, so should I pour this in?
Please pour that in.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's in there.
Yes, and grab one of those bamboo sticks.
This?
Yes, and then you want to turn this.
Okay, so I can see that the wax is getting cool.
So we're going to pour,
quickly.
so we're going to pour it very quickly. It's because it's not on the fire.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
So pour it on there.
Oh my goodness, it's getting thicker than I thought.
That's fine.
Okay.
When it's thick, it's called a cold pour.
Okay.
And the cold pour works for us today. What happens with the cold pour is that it looks a little vintage. So it looks like it has spent a longer time than, you know, it's spent being alive.
So, ideally, would I be doing this mixing of perfume on the fire?
No, not at all.
A warm pour?
Not at all.
Okay.
Every time, because the fire actually heats away the perfume. So what you want to do is you've brought your wax off the fire. Okay. You're letting it cool a little, usually to about 90 degrees. So usually in the workship, you'd be using a thermometer to measure this. And then you pour.
Okay,
you usually want to...
Yes. What did I do wrong?
Nothing? No, nothing. You're a good first-time student. Let's just make it look
tidy.
Yes, for now.
Let me take that down there. Aha.
Fantastic. If you look in there, I created a little bits of wax melts.
Okay.
Yes, so we can put that on there.
Okay, so how do you do the wax melt?
Same way you make the candles. So the wax is melted. Okay. The color is put in, and then you put the scents because you want your entire candle to smell nice. And then you pour them into silicone molds. So whatever shapes you like, go on in there.
So I think the silicone ones are kind of like those ice block makers.
Yes. But the fancy ones with nice shapes, because you don't want to just use ice block shapes or, you know, like square shapes on it.
All right,
then. And then, since we've put that on it, it looks like a food candle, right?
Yeah,
so we can spray some of this on it. These are sprinkles that you'd normally use on cake, sugar sprinkles.
Oh.
Don't use sprinkles that glitter.
Oh, why,
yeah, because those would spark off the flame when you're burning. But the sugar sprinkles look nice. And so right now we have what looks like a cake, a gourmet candle.
So I have like strawberry under there, cream, and then some fruit on top.
Like a sundae.
So I have some questions for you.
Yes, please.
So we have this in front here.
Yeah.
This looks like coffee beans. Are they real coffee beans?
Real coffee beans.
Does it, you know, affect the fragrance of the candle?
Yes, so this is a coffee-scented candle. So that coffee scent, and we put coffee beans in it.
Okay.
Just for the aesthetic effect. So you can use it to decorate your space. It matches your interiors and stuff like that. That's what you use it for. And then it gives you a warm, nice coffee scent when it's burning.
Okay, so what exactly would I not put in a candle? Because if I can put coffee beans in, it sounds great. But is that something I should never put in a candle?
Well, things like alcohol. And then wax and water don't mix.
Okay.
So you always want to ensure that your melting pot and the pot with the water in it as separate, enough that they don't come in together, because if not, your candle would be bad.
Okay.
Also, your scents, you want to ensure that you don't use above a certain percentage,
Okay.
because that way it's flammable at a certain point.
Okay. So this coloring,
Yes.
is it food coloring?
No, candle coloring.
So this is not...
Not edible. Nothing here, aside from the sprinkles, are edible.
Okay.
You
so
want to be
if I go
careful
to the
with
market,
that.
it's only coloring used for candles I can use?
Yes. Yes, or
All right.
soaps, I think.
Okay.
Okay, let's use the wick trimmer. When
Quickly?
when you're done with the candle, you want to trim the wick.
Is this okay? Is this enough?
A little lower would be great.
Okay, it looks a bit too low.
That's fine. Every time you use your
right.
candle,
And that's it.
Awesome.
And we're done.
yay!
My first ever homemade candle. Thank you so much, Hajara, for coming to show us this in the studio today.
Well done, Tia. You're a great student.
All right, then. So it's been fun, and hopefully you can make one at home and show us what you made. Of course, tweet to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. Homemade candles. Amazing stuff. We're going back to the kitchen because those beans and this candle flavoring is competing right now. I don't know what's going on. Don't go anywhere too far. Stay with Mary.
All right, you're welcome back to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Chef Tina has been super busy, so we added more of the pepper to make even more sauce.
Yeah.
So the sauce is just about ready, huh? All right, so we're going to fry the plantain now. If you're just tuning in, what we're making today is ewa agoyin and plantain. How do we even describe ewa agoyin in English? Mashed beans. Yeah, but agoyin is an area, so
yeah.
it's more like the kind of beans they make there. You can check your screen now for the ingredients, so you can catch up in case you're just tuning in. So what are we making use of? Let's just quickly go over the ingredients again, and then we'll start frying.
Okay, I talked about honey.
Okay,
beans.
the honey beans.
Yes, then
Or
the
ewa
pepper.
oloyin,
Ewa oloyin,
especially for
yes.
those in Nigeria.
Yes.
in
And
Lagos here.
pepper blended. This was the one I got.
Okay.
Then I have my shrimps, like I said rightly, that you can use the cow skin. You can use
Offals, just about anything.
anything. Maybe this Titus fish, mokere fish.
Okay.
You know, you can use it. Then I have my red bell pepper. I always like when I finish my ewa agoyin sauce. I had this red ball pepper then into it. Then shrimps.
Okay.
I have my shrimps, the seasoning cube, the salt,
Okay.
and this is how far we've gone with it.
Yeah, so when you mash it.
When you mash it, this is what you get.
Okay.
Then the next thing that I'm going to do now is just to put in my shrimps in it.
That oil is actually heating up so we can fry the plantain, which of course is a side dish to this, the ewa agoyin.
Yeah.
So you put in the prawns when it's ready.
When it's ready,
So at what
almost
point
ready.
does this come in? The fresh pepper.
Maybe before I put it down, I'll just put the fresh pepper.
So it's like the last item
The last
you put in.
item I put in
Okay.
there, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do all this mashed process for all of that beans.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm not the chef. Okay, so we wait for the plantain to heat up. While
oil.
we wait, we can continue, the oil rather. We can continue with the beans.
Yeah.
Try to get it all mashed up and nice. Ewa agoyin. What a lovely breakfast. So if you've been thinking of calling that person, and you know, sometimes these ewa agoyin sellers, they don't come all the time. And you're probably frustrated. You've
Yes.
reached your like, I can't do it again. I need
Can't
to
do
make this
it
myself.
again.
This is an opportunity for you to learn how to make ewa agoyin yourself.
And you
And
can,
it's not difficult. You don't even need so many ingredients.
yeah. You know, you can use your plantain, like I said, agege bread for all those guys that like agege bread. You know how you tear the agege bread.
Oh my
We
gosh.
have bread in the oven already, so
There's bread in the oven.
yes.
Oh my.
So for Mike, I know Mike will like.
No, Mike is not interested in the plantain. You will see Mike in his elements. He's going to sprinkle gari, then eat it with bread on top. It's not too much now. He's a man. He needs the energy. So he will just eat everything today.
Maybe. I hope Mike is not hearing.
No, he's not. I'm very sure of it. If Mike was listening, I would never say that. Mike can beat me. He's a gentleman, though.
So I'm going to add my red bell pepper now.
Okay. Now, how many balls of pepper are those?
I use 2.
Just 2.
Yes.
2
For
should be
this
enough.
quantity, yes.
Now, when you're cooking for, you know, a large number of people, you see this amount of beans, and then you're seeing this amount of sauce. They're like, this will not be enough.
Yeah.
How many people can this serve?
This one can actually go for 10 mouths. Can serve
10 people?
10 people, yeah.
Wow. I could never have guessed.
Then for those that really like the stew thing, you can just to go for like 8. But
That's still quite a number of people. That's quite a number of people. Okay, there's still a lot more going on here, but we'll go on a break now. When we return, there'll be a book chat with Eki Nwokoro. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. Now, Eki Nwokoro is the principal consultant of an indigenous educational support and advocacy group, Gilead Resource Center. Her book, How to Prevent Child Sexual Abuse, will be the focus of our book chat this morning. And here's the book here, How to Prevent Child Sexual Abuse, a handbook for parents, guardians, and caregivers by Eki Nwokoro. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start from the beginning. Why did you feel that there was a need to put a book like this together and have parents and caregivers read it?
Okay, so the driving force has been working in the field for about 7 years, going around schools and organizations, taking a campaign. There are lots of questions, and the fact that there's a dearth of information out there. Parents are not aware, guardians, caregivers, they are not aware what is happening. They don't even know what to do if there is a case of child sexual abuse, what's all about, the signs to watch out for, what to do in case of an eventuality. So that's actually what's motivated us to put the book together, so that the books can also reach where we cannot reach. Because the thing is that child sexual abuse is a global virus. It's rampaging everywhere, and there are places we cannot reach, but the books can get there.
That's really good. Now, in the book, you went through several processes. You did the definitions of what child sexual abuse is and what parents can do and how to look out for signs and all of that. But for people who, it feels like this is something that is going on more rampantly now, or is it because of social media and the fact that we have more information that we're hearing about it?
Well, I think it's both. It's more rampant, and the fact that there's social media, So initially, there've been this stigmatization. Nobody wanted to talk about it, the fact that it's happening. But these days, because there's a law now, Lagos State, for example, is really making moves to prosecute child sexual offenders. And so this is making people come forth to talk about it. So it's rampant, and the social media is also making it more visible, to what's happening. Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned the law, because that's one of the things that you talked about in this book, the Child's Right Act, and the fact that you don't have to be quiet. If something has happened,
that's true,
you can come forward and have such people prosecuted. But let's talk about the book itself and how you have structured it for people to be able to learn. So tell us the content specifically and what people can gain when they pick up a copy of the book.
Okay, so first of all, we'll start by, we have a definition. We want to explain what child sexual abuse is all about. And then because there's a misconception, some people think it's all about, there's a penetration when the child is probably sexually molested, actual sex. But it's much more than that. So child sexual abuse can either be contact or non-contact. So the non-contact aspects could be the child being shown pornography. It could be the child just being spoken to on the phone, obscene phone calls. So you have people calling people on the phone and saying dirty things on the phone. So that's a form of child sexual abuse. And then it could also be contact. Contact says that the child is touched. The child is anything is happening, but it involves touching the child. Right. So those are the things that has been taken care of. We've also talked about the fact that the child perpetrators, the people that do these things, they don't wear a badge per se. It's not written on the faces. It could be anybody. It could be the father of the child. It could be the mother. It could be the aunt, uncle. It could be a pastor, an imam. Anybody, could be a perpetrator of child sexual abuse. And that also has been outlined so that parents, guardians and caregivers can be aware and then be more at alert to know what to do. And then we've talked about the fact that there are signs to watch out for. There are physical signs to watch out for. There are physiological signs you can see in a child. So if a child is probably not working well, a child who's been doing well in school, suddenly not performing as much as he or she used to do, that could be a sign. A child who was very active before, suddenly becoming, withdrawn. A child who probably had stopped to bedwet, for example, suddenly starts bedwetting.
So
it's not. It could be a sign to watch out for. And then, so we've talked about that. We've talked about the fact that there are real life stories, in the book. The things we've done is just to change the names. We have several real life stories. And then this goes to show that if, for example, a parent has a child who's been sexually abused, you're not alone, and then it's not your fault. It's not the fault of the child that he or she has been abused. It's not the fault of the parents that your child has been abused. And then there's a way forward. So these are things that have been outlined in the books. And then it's important for parents to be informed, because the truth is, if you're not informed, you should be deformed.
Exactly.
So that's the essence of the book.
Now let's talk about the fact that, I like the fact that you mentioned not just parents, but you mentioned caregivers as well. So let's talk about the caregiver. So the caregivers would be maybe uncles, aunts, and probably maybe grandparents that the children are living with, right?
Yes, and the caregivers could also be the, when you drop a child off at school, the teachers at school, the nannies, anybody that has anything to do with the child is a caregiver. And when you talk about parents, it's not just about the fact that you birthed the child. For every adult, any child you come in contact with happens to be your child. Because, it's a popular parlance that says that it takes a community to raise a child. So you don't know where your child is going to be tomorrow. And then so every child that comes your way, we ourselves as adults are supposed to take care of that child as if they were our own. So for every caregiver, any person that has anything to do with any child in school, at work, at home, anywhere, can be termed as a caregiver and must take precautions about it.
So let's talk about tradition and, of course, religion as well, because these are like two things that people anchor their lives and their various thoughts about. So how do you move from, because sometimes society has stigmatization maybe regarding the child or the parent, and you're talking about, just now you were saying about parents, that sometimes parents could feel like it's their fault, or I should have spent more time with the child, maybe that's why the child has been abused. So how do you balance the knowledge in this book with religion on one hand and tradition on the other?
Exactly, that's why information is power. And not just information, applied knowledge and information is power. So that, because we realize that a lot of times the parents themselves who have kids that have been sexually abused, they think it's their fault, but really it's not their fault. And then tradition also has, in Nigeria, for example, I've met a case of a father, I think it was sometime last year, who had sexually abused his kids, about 4 of them. And when we tried to pick up the case, the mother, because of tradition, now saying, I don't want to be the one to send my husband to jail. It can't be done.
I think I heard that story.
Yes, so she was one blocking, not wanting us to go ahead, to prosecute. But the truth is that because fathers these days abuse their children, and then it's not hidden anymore. Do you understand? It's not hidden anymore. It's only in this part of the country that people are not talking about it. I think it was 2016. There was a case of Bill Cosby, we all know about him, who had sexually assaulted women far back as 1960.
30 years ago.
Do you understand? So the time has come for us in Nigeria to really be open about it, to be able to talk about it.
And tell the truth.
And tell the truth as it is, and it's nothing to hide about, because the more you talk about it, you're able to help another child from being sexually abused. And that's the whole idea why we come to talk about this thing. I tell people sometimes that I am a survivor of child sexual abuse. And then why do I say that? It's not because I want to talk about it, but it's just because I know in telling my story, I can help another child. I can stop another child from being sexually abused. So the time has come for us to please put away tradition, put away religion, because the truth is, even in churches, there are cases we've handled where the pastors, the prayer warriors, the, the choir masters are the ones abusing the children under their care. So this thing is real.
Yeah. So let's talk about, one of the things that you talked about was not just about in a case where the child has already been sexually abused. You talked about steps that you can take to prevent it, right? Because that's actually what the book is about preventing child sexual abuse. So can you just take us through some of these steps? Not just the things to look out for when it has already happened, but steps to even prevent it in the first place.
So first of all, like I said, information is power, information is key. So when you get informed about the fact that child sexual abuse is real, that's a step to preventing it. Secondly, as parents, guardians and caregivers, a time has come for us to be more involved in the lives of our kids. The time has come for us to be more deliberate, you know, parenting our kids. Deliberate, inclusive parenting. That's the key word, inclusive parenting. So there's, as much as, yes, we're so busy, especially in Lagos State, we are, you know, we are looking for what to eat and all that. Parents, guardians, and caregivers must make deliberate effort to be there for their kids. You know, in this time of social media, smartphones, and the likes, you see a parent coming back from work, and your daughter, your son is trying to talk to you, you know, and you're like, you're busy, is there a phone call is coming in, you're trying to send a text message. We need to make deliberate effort. So at that point in time, when you come back from work, at least 1 hour, set your phone aside and give time to your child. And then we need to get to a point where we believe our children. Some of us, we don't believe. So a child comes to you and discloses, oh, Mommy, something is happening to me. And you think, oh, don't say that. You know, so we need to believe, we need to be friends with our kids. Our children will have to trust us, you know, to be able to
give us information.
Yeah, give us information. And then when they talk to you, please believe them. Please believe them over every other person. Believe your children.
Wow.
When your children feel that, you know, they feel that you believe them, they can talk to you. They can, you know, come to you. But if they feel, oh, that he doesn't even care or he doesn't believe me, they would go outside. And then we should be open with our kids. You know, we should be friends with them, open up with them and chat with them. Also, the people that come to take care of our kids, we should ensure that we have a background check for them. So who are we leaving our kids with? For example, who baits your 5-year-old child? Who drops your child in school? Your driver, your caregiver? How much of those people do you know? These are things that are very important.
Well, I have to stop you right there because we don't have much time. There's a lot to talk about. Many other questions that I wanted to ask. But the book is How to Prevent Child Sexual Abuse, a handbook for parents, guardians, and caregivers. Really, really important book that all parents need to have. It's by Eki Nwokoro. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hopefully we'll have you sometime again in the future.
It's my pleasure.
All right, so stay with us. Wake Up Nigeria continues shortly. Wake up, Nigeria. We are back.
Yeah.
And you don't want to miss your favorite breakfast show in Nigeria. We are #1 right now.
Yes, we are.
You should know.
All thanks to you. Mwah. Now, before long, the holidays, in fact, they're already here.
Yeah.
Because it starts today. They all have us excited. You know, everybody's going to be getting some rest. Hopefully, you won't be making the mistake of going into traffic.
Yeah.
And there's something else happening.
Yeah, guess what? Kellogg's will be giving or gifting 20 families this Easter season with boxes. I'm talking about like whole boxes.
Carton.
Yeah. Cartons of Kellogg's cornflakes and Kellogg's Cocoa Pops.
Yay. And of course, it's called the Kellogg's Easter Challenge. Now, with the hashtag Kellogg's Easter Challenge, you know, it's right here. You can win really, really easy.
Yeah, it's easy. Really, really easy to win. Now, what you have to do is to record a video of you and your family singing the Kellogg song. Really simple, like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then upload the video on Instagram using the hashtag Kellogg's Easter Challenge and hashtag Wake Up Nigeria, and also copy at TVC Connect.
Make sure you do all those things.
Of course. Then the next thing you have to do is to get your friends and family to like the video. And then the 20 videos with the highest likes and views will be selected to have breakfast with Kellogg's on Friday, the 6th of April, 2018.
Obviously, that's something to look forward to. I can't wait. And you'll be getting boxes of Kellogg's cornflakes and Cocoa Pops.
Like the whole box?
Yes.
Like the whole box?
I said carton.
The whole carton, yeah. So submission of entries will close on Wednesday, the 4th of April, 2018 at 2 p.m. Really, really important.
All right. So the song is like this. Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
No, but yeah, but you don't have to do it that style.
Yeah,
you can do...
Why not? That's the fun. Like, let's
You can take a spoon
again.
and a plate and bump it with... Or you can do the traditional Nigerian type.
Okay, let's tell them what's happening today.
Yeah.
Well, in a little while, Mike and Honeypot will be bringing us all the gist from our celebrities.
And then we'll have a performance from the one and only Ideal.
He's actually performing that live. Live.
Really nice. I mean, he was the winner of The Voice Nigeria.
Yes, last year.
Season 2.
Honestly, great voices like that are hard to come by, and we have one like that in Nigeria. We should really be very proud. Can't wait to talk to him later on.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you buy likes, you will be the one that will give us Kellogg's. Don't buy likes. No, we want organic likes.
Where did that
my
come
goodness.
from?
Mike.
Don't buy likes.
Now
or don't buy
you're giving people ideas. What?
You know what happened? You know what happened? I've been involved in competitions like this online, and you'd be surprised the extent to which people can go
Are you serious?
to do stuff like this.
If you're planning to buy, like, why not just buy the Kellogg's?
Me
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You can pay me to like your video. It's fine.
Me
I don't know what
personally,
Mike is talking about.
I can verify it. You know it. I will handle it, so I know. If you buy like, we want organic likes. Get
One
your
thing
friends
I
and
know
your
is that the
families.
really great videos, I will be reposting them myself on my own page because it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be really great, exciting to watch
Indeed.
families
Yeah.
that watch Wake Up Nigeria, you know, singing the song. So it's going to be great.
Yeah,
but I've
sure.
thought of a new business for myself. I think I'm going to go into the candle making business. It seems
Titi
very
won't
fun.
try and you're feeling like you started a
Yeah,
business
has it
venture.
really, you know, it seems like it's going to be
You have to
lucrative.
try it like 20 times.
All
before
I have to
make
do
my
is
first
buy
purchase.
wax and fragrance and glass cup.
You know, I actually wasn't watching that DIY because what I wanted to know is how you put the string in the middle of the candle.
The wick. It's called
Oh, the
a
wick.
Yes, that's what we call them. We candle makers, that's what we call them.
You candle makers. You made one candle.
Wick.
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 W-I-C-K.
Yes, exactly. Makes it sound like weak, like it has to be strong.
But it was
and
actually
weak to
fun and kind
How
of
do you put
easy.
the wick inside?
But I know that there must be some other tricks that I don't know about.
Yeah.
I'll be learning, don't worry. I'm going on YouTube.
Once again, it's the headlines in the papers coming right up.
All right, thank you, Mike. Starting with the Vanguard. It says, no idea how senators' pay jumped to 13.5 million naira, say the RMAFC. Says only NASS Service Commission can explain. Insists a senator's total monthly entitlement stands at 1.63 million naira. See the story on page 8. That's one I want to read myself. On IPOB, court moves to jail Nnamdi Kanu's sureties. NASS passes new PIGB stipulating 5% levy on petrol. On the land use charge, police lay siege to NBA office in Lagos. Why Buhari must see Oshodi Apapa Expressway. That's, you know, a picture that a lot of people see every morning. Of course, on Malai arms saga, suspects escape custody. Police declare Malai Audu wanted, CP moved. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
All right. On the cover of the Daily Sun, we've got the headline, Suspects Escape in Kogi. Heads roll in police. IGP removes CP, SARS commander, and DPO. Police declare Dino Melaye wanted. I'll sue police for mental assault, says the senator. Biafra, court gives Abaribe others till June 16 to produce Nnamdi Kanu. Southwest governors to bid for Murtala Mohammed Airport concession. PIG bill, National Assembly approves 5% fuel levy. Wike wins International Sports Awards to receive honor in Belgium. NIMASA, no $429 million security contract scam. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
The Punch says on Buhari's rejection of tenure elongation, Oyegun calls off scheduled meeting with APC reps, shouting match at APC-NEC meeting. Lagos admitted into Odua Investment Company, page 6 says more on that. Nigeria deal, Shell files criminal complaint against ex-employee. 27 states adopt contributory pension scheme. Federal government okays 2 billion naira for repair of Ikorodu-Shagamu Road. On the Lagos land charge, police storm NBA office over planned protest. And it says here, car wash attendant sells customer's car to raise wedding funds. Interesting.
Pressure.
And then finally, on Dapchi, pray for Leah on Good Friday. Khan urges Christians. I'm proud of my girl, says mom. Wow.
Wow.
That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
All right. The Nation is up next. And the headline, Revenue Mobilization Committee disowns 13.5 million naira running cost for senators. Only National Assembly can explain spending details. Nekonde accuses Shell of malice. Take Buhari's advice on tenure, says the APC. IPOB, produce Nnamdi Kanu or go to jail, court tells Abaribe others. Lawmakers pass PIG bill, with 5% fuel levy. Wike gets IPES Africa's Power of Sport Award. And finally, Melaye accusers escape from custody, all on the cover of The Nation this morning.
All right, and that's all we have time for on the newspaper headlines for this morning.
And of course, the newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
It's about time for us to take a commercial break.
And of course, when we return is entertainment news with Mike and Honeypot.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. If you are just joining us, where have you been? Well, you've actually missed quite a lot. Okay, but then we'll see what we can do to make up for that as we are on to entertainment news, and I've got the one and the only Honeypot with me in the house. It's great to have you.
Okay, so I can chop knuckle from here? Okay.
Yes, you can. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
And I said, what's happening with the different colors? It was purple the other day. Is it midlife crisis or what? It was brown now.
Oh my gosh. It's because
but I like it. I
am a creative person, and again, I am restless and I don't know what to do.
Wow. Okay, all right, so let's get straight to it now. This is good news for a number of people. Sauce Kid has been released.
Okay, so since the Sauce Kid, anyhow you want to put it, has been released after 2 years in jail. Okay. And people have a lot of things to say about this because, you know, especially when we remember Dami Crane's issue, but we're not just going to leave that aside now and we're going to focus on this because he's been arrested for identity theft, you know, taking cards, numbers, and using
all of that. Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Okay. So now some people have been saying that his music was already nosediving before he went to jail. And now that he went to jail, perhaps there is nothing left. And what do we actually have now that he's back?
You know, you see something, the music culture, especially in the United States, is replete with many artists who have records, criminal records and all of that. I don't know, it's someone kind of works, he could use it to his advantage.
Maybe in the US, but in Nigeria, I don't know. Sometimes you can't predict. Sometimes some things will just work for you. Sometimes it won't work for you. But let's just keep our fingers crossed and our eyes peeled. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so to the queen, to the undisputed queen of drama in Nigeria. It is Tonto Dike in the news this time. And this is quite big. You know, we all should I say, we're treated to the news that, of course, our former husband, Churchill, was or is the son of the past president Olusegun Obasanjo. But now she has come out authoritatively to state that even she was deceived. What is actually the case in this?
Wow, that makes me laugh, especially with the fact that I had to read comments, what people had to say about this.
Okay.
Number one, Tonto Dike cannot stay out of news for a long time, as some people know. And some people actually think that because she wants to always remain in the news, the reason she brought up that. And saying that she was deceived. Okay, some people are saying, don't even tell me you were deceived. That means you actually wanted to date this person because you think or you thought the father was Obasanjo. And now she's coming out to say that the only grandfather the child has is our own father, and our father is still alive, and the other one is late. And so Obasanjo has been so nice to me and my son, please, he told the blogger, please do not say that Obasanjo is my son's grandfather.
You know, incidentally, yesterday, a trailer, a promo for her reality show came out. You know, it was quite cool. But then now there's an injunction for her not to include the son.
We said it before on the show. And that is because the husband thinks that they're just going to be exploiting the young child who does not know anything and cannot decide anything. They're going to be using him for money gains, which is not right, according to him.
Okay. And I think he does have a point, but then that injunction stands. So probably we'll probably not be seeing her son in there. We'll see her procedure. We've seen her with a lovely new shape now. I think that's what do you think about procedures, cosmetic procedures?
Well, we were still talking about this morning in the makeup room, and somebody was saying that she would get a boob job, but her husband does not actually like it. But she was just thinking of if she could. But I mentioned Tonto Dike.
How was she mentioning it to you?
Oh my gosh, like, wow.
That's it.
Okay, so Tonto Dike, I mentioned Tonto Dike, and I said I've not seen any sharp, you know,
changed so
like
much.
That.
Like she was moderate.
Yeah, I don't know what she did. But she said butts. I couldn't even really see any big butts like that because you see Black China, you know that Black China did something.
See this one.
Yes. But no,
there's something in this one.
You can wear clothes that can accentuate stuff and all that. But when you see like Nicki Minaj, you see Black China, you know that yes, people have gone for whatever job.
Those ones are strong. Okay, moving on from that now, we have Tigers in the news. At one point, Tiger was insinuating that he might be the father of Kylie Jenner's son. At one point, that's what reports carry. But now he has come out to state that he is not in any way connected with that.
Well, he said that he never made anything. He never insinuated or made any speech that insinuated that he is the father of Kylie Jenner's child, Stormy. People have been saying that. It's been a lot of theories. But now it's coming out to say that, to clear the air that, see, you know what? I have not said anything like this. Some people should be allowed to live in peace. Leave people, respect people's families. I mean, stop saying this.
No, you can't tell the...
But really, you know, I was telling Mary off air, I was saying that there are some times that some people just look like other people and they don't even have any, any blood together connection. Or any connection.
You know, but you know what happens? The Jenners and the Kardashians, their lives are no longer theirs. They've made money off us talking about them.
So we should definitely talk about them.
Their family, anything they're going to do, we are going to talk about it. People are going to talk about it, whichever way. So they can't take themselves off the public.
All right, somebody like Mary actually believes that he's been paid to keep quiet.
Possibly.
I know why.
Possibly. All right, so now, special mention now, this is quite interesting. This broke late last night. Linda,
it was not last night.
Oh, it wasn't last night. When?
It wasn't last night.
Okay,
it was yesterday, but it wasn't last night.
Okay, all right. So Linda Ikeji is reportedly engaged.
Now, I saw the tweets. Oh, no, on Instagram, I saw what her sister said about it, like congratulations and all that, and I can't wait, and I hope that this person, an events person, is ready. But I am insinuating, I wish her the best if it is what it is, but then I am just thinking, perhaps it's another thing, and people already jump into conclusion because that's what they've been talking about. That's what they've always wanted her to do or something. And I saw different memes like, you know, pictures Don Jazzy pretending as if he's sad. Some people are really saying that, okay, he's the person.
I think Don Jazzy just wanted to join the bandwagon and all of that. But I think there's an iota of truth in this one because Laura Ikeji also mentioned it. You know Laura.
But you know, we will just keep our fingers crossed. Let's see how things unveil. What if it is another thing? Let her come all out and say it. And if she does not feel like saying it, let us just wait for the day.
No. This one has to be real because you see, we'll put 2 and 2 together to make 22. Now, her sister is actually the event planner, Sandra Ikeji, and then of course Laura Ikeji posted this up, and then but now the reports have it that the guy who she's engaged to, or she's allegedly engaged to, is an ex. One of her exes who was out of the country and is back, and they decided to pick it up from where, you know, continuity.
You know, when it comes to instrument gist, we like to insinuate a lot and we love to create news every now and then. But I'm still saying that, what if it's another thing? It could be this and it could be that. Come like this, like that. Okay, wow. I'm just saying, like, let's just leave it there.
But if it is,
congratulations to her. We wish her the very best.
Wow, cool. All right, that's all we can take on entertainment. Thank you very much, Honey Pot. It was great having you on the show. All right, don't go nowhere. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. We'll take a short break now, a recess. But then when we get back, we have a performance coming from Ideal after that.
Yeah, I'm already dancing. Why? Because we have Daniel Dimoweni Diongoli, popularly known as Ideal. And, well, hey, singer, songwriter, performer. He started his music career in 2012 after participating in the singing reality show, The Voice, right? X Factor. Oh, X Factor, I'm so sorry. X Factor. And Ideal auditioned for the singing reality show, The Voice, in season 2 in 2017, where he was selected to be among the top contestants. And later on emerged the winner of the competition. So right now, he's ready to give us a performance. And of course, it's about time for you to take it away. Do your thing.
Waiting, you need now better love, better love, better love. Oh yeah, come and get this better love, better love, better love. Waiting, you need now Person we go treat you right every day and night. We go day your side upon me to your Clyde. Oh, we go do the necessary. We go give you every. We go love you jolly. They say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, And I like waiting to see every time that I behold ya. Already told ya, waiting you need not better love, better love. Oh yeah, come and get this better love, better love. Waiting you need now. Mandela we go fight for you, die for you, fit buy for you. Omolo we go spend on you, spend for you, buy pens for you. Mosquito we go bite for you, sniper we go snipe for you, candle we go light for you. They say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. And I like waiting to see every time that I behold ya. Already told ya, waiting you need not better love, better love. Oh yeah, come and get this better. Better love. Waiting you need now. Better love. Waiting you need now. Oh, better. Say now, better love.
Honestly, I really didn't think, I would like the song that much, but we've been playing it back to back since yesterday, and it's just always on the tip of my tongue. Thank you so much for that performance.
Thank you.
All right, so being in competitions, a lot of people have this whole stage fright thing going on. I know it's something that's common among new artists. Yeah. How did you battle with yours? Are you going to tell me you didn't have any stage fright?
Well, I did. I would say mine was excitement. Like I was always excited getting on stage. So I'd always anticipate every Sunday for us to just get up on stage and sing, because singing is just what I do, and it's just what I want to do. So whenever I have the opportunity to sing, to perform in front of people, it's exciting.
I have this, I'm always a little concerned that artists in competitions are singing other people's songs. Yeah. So they practice and they watch other people perform, and then they learn what they've seen. But it's different when you write your own songs and perform your own songs, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what the difference is for you.
Well, for me, performing other people's songs, it shows that you can get in the zone.
Okay.
Then writing and performing my own songs, most of the times I'm more comfortable performing cover songs.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But then writing my own songs and performing my own song, because it's my song and I'm my greatest critic. Okay. You get? So most times
it's
my
hard.
own songs, it's hard to just
But you're making it work?
Yeah.
How many singles do you have out there?
Okay, officially I have just one single out now, and we're working on a couple of other singles that are going to be out before the end of the year.
So I know you're on a label. What's the label?
I'm signed to Universal Music.
How's it going over there?
It's going great. Awesome label. Everybody, the team, my management, everybody's awesome.
All right. I'm glad to hear it, because we hear all sorts of stories now when it comes to management. But it feels like you're finding your place. Great song, great release. I'm loving it. And well, it's almost time for us to have breakfast. Do you have a favorite breakfast?
I do breakfast. Favorite breakfast. I do have a favorite meal, but I can't favorite breakfast. I don't think.
Not sure. You have a favorite meal?
Anything can go. But
Okay, so in a little while we're going to be going over to the kitchen.
Okay.
But I'm thinking now that you have the opportunity to go out there with your music. There must be people you wanted to collaborate with.
Yeah.
So who exactly would you like to?
Man, I'd like to collaborate with Miyokun.
Okay.
Yeah, Miyokun is this awesome guy. Like, I'm feeling his vibe. I feel the originality in his tone, in his music.
Okay.
So I'd like to do a collaboration with Miyokun. Yeah, and I like to work with Timmy.
Timmy Dakolo?
Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, stick with people like us who can make it happen. If you pay me a fee, I'll give you his number. Okay. But that's not the point. I'm also a little interested in finding out, okay, down the line, music is supposed to have a message. And it's supposed to be directed at a certain set of people. Yeah. So who are you singing for? Some people are singing to the women, some are singing to the youth. What is your message?
Well, generally, people would say I'm singing to the women.
Okay.
But then I'm singing to everybody. I'm singing to the youths, I'm singing to the old ones, I'm singing to the men, to the women. It depends on how you take the story. It depends on how you want to see it, from which perspective you want to see it. So I'm singing for everybody, making music for
I think that's a wide field. Are you sure you shouldn't, cut it down a little?
Yeah, but I'm singing for everybody. But then the major, the major target is definitely the not too advanced audience, like from say
what, 16, 17?
16 to like 30,
what?
34,
Okay.
35. But then my music could cut across
everywhere,
every age. So
all right then. Okay, so I'm thinking you're gonna have to a cappella us out of here.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh well, we can still sing on your backing track.
No, I'd rather do
a cappella. All right, go on, sharply.
They say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, of the beholder. And I love waiting I see every time that I behold ya. I already told ya, waiting you need better love.
Woohoo! Okay.
Come on, it's not better love. Things have changed.
Yeah, we're back in the
so
kitchen.
many better things. Well, you're welcome back to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. I can't wait to welcome Titi and Ideal into the kitchen so we can get started with the Ewa Going. There are two variants here, the Ewa Going and Dudu, as well as Ewa Going and bread. Titi, hi Ideal.
We're here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Please make yourself comfortable.
Right there.
Food is ready.
Are you ready for some better?
I came ready.
Better love.
Yeah, some better.
You want to climb the table? So we have Chef Tina Akpan here, and she'll be telling us exactly how we arrived at this.
Okay, Ewa Going. We used honey beans, known as
Ewa Oloyin.
Ewa Oloyin.
Yeah.
Pepper, chili pepper, shrimps, palm oil, onions.
Again, the ingredients on your screen, in case you missed one or two things. Not many stuff to use, but fantastic meal for breakfast.
Yeah.
Please go on, ma'am.
So we have a plantain, then we have a chili pepper, we have a red bell pepper, just to make it nice. Wow. Then there's shrimps there. Like I said, some people like Ewa Going with beans. True. Some like it with agege bread. And in this one, we're actually using that fish bread. Sardine bread, yes.
What do you prefer?
Sardine
do you prefer
bread.
with the plantain or with the bread?
I prefer it with what's not here.
What?
What?
Gary.
You eat what we have by force.
But I prefer with plantain.
With
all
plantain.
right.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Plantain things. All right. So you have a taste, and then you tell us what you think.
Okay, I should review.
Yeah, do a review. Well, this is Chef Tina. She never disappoints.
Never, ever.
Okay. So what do you think?
It's nice.
On point.
Yeah, it's on point.
All right.
Nice.
Maybe it's yam.
It smells
looking
amazing.
for this
I have
time.
to say. It smells amazing. And
All right.
Yeah, it smells great.
it's about time for us to
take
It's
begin
a
to
holiday
round
for a
off
lot
on
of
the show.
people,
Yeah,
no?
it's a holiday today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Monday, so it's a long holiday. And there's already traffic building around Ojo-Dubega for those heading out of Lagos. So, you know, be careful when you move around today. Because the president is in town.
Yes, indeed.
So,
a big thank you to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. And, of course, Fola at Fola's Place for styling our hair.
yeah, so the weekend is finally here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
We're going to
we're
have
gonna be
fun.
here.
We're doing something special tomorrow. You really want to tune in tomorrow. We're doing something very, very special.
It's going to be a feel-good show. It's Good Friday.
And don't forget to put your videos out there. Don't forget the
Yes,
hashtag
so- and don't
Kellogg's
Kellogg's
Easter.
Time.
Kellogg's Easter
Time.
Challenge
Yeah.
and hashtag Wake Up Nigeria as well.
Of course.
The
Make sure you
future
see
president
us
is
at
here.
TVC Connect. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Have a lovely